Hello everyone and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, 54-year-old Jason Earl Rogers of Sulphur Springs was sentenced to 25 years in prison Thursday by District Judge Eddie Northcutt in 8th District Court after the man pleaded guilty to manufacture or delivery of more than 4 grams but less than 200 grams of a controlled substance. The man faced a punishment range of 25 years to life due to prior felony convictions, according to the DA's office. Ignoring traffic control devices, including barricades, can get you in trouble with the law. A 39-year-old Greenville man found that out Thursday morning. An arrest report indicates the man disregarded a barricade sign placed by TxDOT on FM 71 near FM 3134. Hopkins County Sheriff Sergeant Kelly Weiser stopped the driver of a pickup for disregarding the barrier Thursday morning at around 8:30 a.m. Sergeant Weiser said he also detected the smell of marijuana coming from inside the truck. The man's driver's license was also expired, and he had no proof of insurance. A search of the pickup led to discovery of a small baggie of suspected marijuana underneath a floor mat. The man was taken to the Hopkins County Jail, and after the fines were taken care of, the man was released on Friday morning.
Mark your calendar because you're going to have at least 3 reasons to go to beautiful Heritage Park during the month of April. On the 20th of April is the John Chester Dutch Oven Cooking Class, where you can learn to cook Dutch oven style outdoors. It's just a $15 fee. On April 16th, the brand new building will be opened inside Heritage Park. And on April 19th and 20th, the Youth Art Show on display at Heritage Park. Let's find out more from Rick Wilson.
This will be our 16th year.
Is it right?
Absolutely.
Named after John Chester, who's basically a type of pioneer.
Right. Absolutely. And we started this, didn't really start with his name on it until later, but we did do that later on, but this will be the 16th class that we've had. Be our 15th year for our contest, so we're excited.
There are still some people out there who might be listening who say, what's a Dutch oven?
Absolutely. We basically use camp Dutch ovens, the ones with little legs on them and everything, and you cook with heat on top and bottom just like you would in your oven, and you produce a very tasty meal. We're excited to have several people in the organization that help and come out and work to do the class. We'll usually average anywhere from 30 to 50. 50's almost, yeah. That's a lot of people to have to teach at one time, but for us. But we do it, and it's everybody gets a good meal out of it. And oddly enough, there's never anything left for the cooks. So somebody asked me, "Well, did you get to taste that?" Nope.
Didn't even get to taste it.
I don't even get to taste stuff.
And so you line up some people who will be judges.
Late for the contest.
For the contest, which is in the fall.
Yes.
So 2 major things involving Dutch ovens, the class in the spring, the contest in the fall.
Right. Absolutely.
And so what if a person doesn't have a Dutch oven? Can they still come?
For the class, you don't have to bring anything but your entry fee or your entry fee.
And that's not a whole lot of money.
That's $15. And you get a morning education and a meal for that. So that's not bad.
And you meet a lot of new people, too.
Yes, you do. You meet some good people. And we've had a lot of folks that have come back. And, of course, the whole purpose is we want these people to come back, get enough interest that they want to come back and cook in the contest in the fall.
And then you can have opportunity throughout the year once you learn how to go ahead and master your skills at the various aspects of cooking outdoors in a Dutch oven.
Yes.
And for your family, for your enjoyment.
Just for the fun of it. Mm-hmm. I've done it just for a meal, just to get outside more than anything. But I can go outside and work on the yard or in the garden and cook a meal at the same time.
That's right. Put that thing on to cook.
Yep.
Not like maybe grilling where you have to watch it a little more closely.
Yeah.
Well, so this flyer that's out right now, mentioning
Yes.
the John Chester Dutch Oven cooking class, it also mentions door prizes.
We do door prizes, odd and end things from the park, from vendors that we have, and just, even an entry fee for the Dutch oven contest in the fall. So we do a lot of different things. We have 2 different cookbooks. These are in the packets and everything. So we do have entry fee door prizes that we give away. Yes.
Well, you'll make friends that you'll want to continue to cook with
Oh,
at
yeah.
various events. And this kind of lends itself on over to some people who cook outside in the big stew contest,
Right.
other types of outdoor cooking. So what is Heritage Park and where is it?
Heritage Park, it's on Jackson Street, just south of Farmers Co-op. And first thing you'll see is our main museum, and it's right there at the corner of Jackson and Houston, and that's about where we're located. And you've got a big wooden fence around it, so you can't miss it.
Now, when you're holding an event in there, the doors in the wooden fence, the gates in the wooden fence open, and there's a drive-through gate as well that opens.
Right.
So you have access by vehicle for those who need to come in.
Absolutely.
But walk in, and you'll just go into another world.
It's kind of a different world out there, yes.
It really is a pioneer world.
Yes.
And so there's many of the older and vintage buildings that are in there, but there's something brand new in there.
There is. We have a new building, and we're calling it our Winterford building. It's Dr. Robert Taylor, before he passed away, made a very generous donation for something, and he was of Cumbie descendants, the Winterfords up at Cumbie, and he wanted something, and he'd kind of put his name as Robert Winterford Taylor.
Okay.
And he was an English professor at University of Houston for several years, and even has a couple of books out. But he is a very interesting man, and he has made a very generous donation, and this has helped us put the new building in place. It will consist of a great room, as you can call it, or whatever. It will sit roughly 100 people. It has a kitchen and bathrooms, and basically that was the main purpose for us to build it, was the restrooms. Our restrooms were getting into pretty bad shape. The ladies' room is big enough that you can have, brides can go in and use it and have 5 or 6 people or 7 or whatever they want in there with them, and help them do whatever they need to do while they're in there. But we're excited about it, and hopefully we'll have this thing up and running and ready to rent and go into business.
What did you say the name of the building is, so we can maybe get that spelling?
It's Winterford, Winniford.
Okay, the Winterford building, and it's one story, and it kind of expands out onto bit wide sidewalks around it. Is
right. It has the brick sidewalks around it. It has a big porch on the 2 sides, and so and it opens up into the main park. So it's right there with the chapel and everything else, and it's going to be a unique addition to the park to help us support the park. This is the whole purpose in it, is to help support the park.
I picture the wedding taking place at the chapel, the getting ready, and maybe the reception at the building.
Absolutely. That's what we're hoping for.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How wonderful for our Heritage Park and for our town. And so what is the very last touches that have to be done on the building?
Oh, we're finishing up right now the floors, a little bit of plumbing, going in and making a few corrections and minor changes, and just, there's a lot of little things in the next few days to get done. So,
what day do you anticipate opening it?
We're hoping to have, we're not hoping, we've got it scheduled with the chamber, and we're going to have a ribbon cutting on April 16th, and that will be at 12 o'clock. So if you're available, come out and have a Plain and Fancy is going to help us with this, and so there's going to be some little snacks to go, and we'll can feed you a little lunch, bite of lunch, and do the ribbon cutting, and then we can go on. At the same time that we're doing this, we will be setting up in this building, and there will be some of this on display at that time, for our County Youth Art Show, which last year covered all the rural schools in Hopkins County plus Yanis. And we're hoping to expand that with this feature. And we had over 100 pieces of local art from our youth last year, and we're hoping this will grow each year. And there is some really nice stuff these kids produce. It's really amazing.
Amazing for youth.
Yes.
So what ages of youth can enter?
It's school age.
Okay, school age youth.
Yes.
And so you anticipate at least as much as you had last year?
We hope so, yeah, especially with using the new facility as a basis for this and people to see. And that will be on the 19th. Actually, will be on display the 19th and 20th.
Okay. And so we think of maybe paintings as being paintings and drawings, but is there other types of art?
Yes, there is every form of art that I didn't know there was so many forms of art. Susan McCrary's been handling that for several years now, does a great job with it. And there is, oil, there are pencil drawings, there's acrylics, pottery. I dare not try to name everything because I couldn't. It's just awesome what she has in there.
Well, I cannot wait to see this. And it has become an annual thing, like for 3 or 4 years now?
This is, I believe, the 4th year.
Okay.
I believe so.
And that's something that was needed in our community.
Oh, yeah. These kids, this art needs to be seen. There is a lot that's just hidden talent out there that we didn't know existed. And so we're excited about it being in the building as well.
Well, and developing talent, and something I like to see when I go to Fort Worth is the Cowgirl Museum, and they've almost always got youth art exhibits up in there.
Absolutely. And, that's something we hope may lead into and utilize down the line, that we're able to display some of this throughout the year.
So now, back on the Dutch oven cooking contests, the cooking class. April 20th.
April 20th from 8 till noon.
And that's a Saturday.
And that's a Saturday.
The opening of the building, April 16th.
April 16th.
And that's a Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday.
And that will be at noon.
Yes, ma'am.
And the youth art show?
Is the 19th and 20th. It'll be 2 days.
Okay. And like all day?
Yes.
A Friday and a Saturday, I think that is. Okay. Okay, mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely. Hope to see folks out there. This is something great. And let me throw in, if you're listening and want to make contact for the Dutch oven, you can call myself, Rick Wilson, at 903-335-2752, or Carly Pinson at 903-383-2648.
Okay. You people that are in the Historical Society there and love the park have contributed so much to our community. You do it in a very quiet way. All of you kind of take on the tasks. You may not get a lot of outside help, but you carry on. And then your projects, like the lovely Boy Scout project that was done.
Yes, absolutely. The Scouts came in, helped us with that. We had some generous donations for that. And, we're always looking for donations by all means. Right now we're trying to figure out where we're going to get tables and chairs. So we're working on that. So, it's one of those things you just got to continue to work with and progress as you can go. So,
well, not to put you on the spot, we've got only about 2.5 minutes left, but these things don't just happen all by themselves. There's people that do stuff in a very self-sacrificing way, and so
absolutely, we've got a really great board and support base of folks that come in whenever we need events like Christmas in the Park. That takes about 60 people, and we've got folks that come in and they have their place to go and they know what to do. And just like the Dutch oven, I have folks that come in and help us with that as well.
Well, if you're listening and maybe have decided that it's your time of life to get involved in something neat that a group of people are doing just with a heart,
call
can they
us.
join?
We'd love to have you out.
Okay. Rick Wilson, number 335-2752.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can send him a letter at 140 Clayton Road in Sulphur Springs.
Absolutely.
He likes to get mail, too.
I get those, too.
Thank you for all that you're doing out there at Heritage
You're
Park.
welcome. We're proud to be able to do it.
As you were mentioning, when you first approach the park, the first thing you see is that museum, and it's
Yes.
a house, originally a house.
Yes.
Real old.
1910.
Okay. And
Built
then,
by my great-great-grandparents.
that's right.
George and Myra Wilson.
The Wilson House.
Yes.
And then out back behind it is 11 acres.
11 acres and 13 or 14 buildings that we try to maintain.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time and a lot of money through the year.
There's a lot of mowing goes on.
A lot of mowing goes on. A lot of weed eating.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for all that you do out there at
Thank
Heritage
you.
Park. We'll see you at the cooking class.
Yes, ma'am.
In sports, the Lady Cats track team tuned up for next week's district track meet by winning a Sunnyvale meet on Thursday night. The Lady Cats racked up 144.5 points. Lady Cats track coach Derek Tyson said he was extremely proud of their efforts, and he said he was excited about their potential they have for the district meet next week. In results, Sable Erdmeyer won the discus, Abby Beggs was third, and Danielle Godbolt was fifth. Brooklyn Burnside was sixth in the high jump. Faith Hatley was second in the 100-meter hurdles, and Abby Bayer was third. Bayer won the long jump. Aaliyah Abram was second, and Breasia Ivory was fifth. Sadavia Porter won the 100-meter dash, and Ivory was fourth. Delaney Miles was sixth in the 400-meter run. Terrella Kelly was second in the shot put. Bayer won the 300-meter hurdles, and Hatley was fifth. Claire Bybee was first in the pole vault, and Porter took first in the 200-meter run. Sydney Washburn was sixth in the 3,200-meter run. The Lady Cats 4x100-meter relay team was first. It's made up of Porter, Ivory, Kayona Redmond, and Bayer. The Lady Cats 4x200-meter relay team of Abram, Ivory, Bybee, and Redmond was fourth. And the Lady Cats 4x400-meter relay team was fourth. It's made up of Miles, Burnside, Kaylee Malone, and Abram. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you so much for watching, and so long, everybody.